Now we're going to go into these muscles that come right into the side, and they also tie right into the hip. So anything that you stretch out from the side tones these muscles right in through the external obliques and low back and hip. So that's why many of the poses in yoga are brilliant for your low back stability. So we're going to start with kind of a basic one, and that is to have your feet, let's have them just hip width apart. And you're going to take your right foot over, just cross over, and then take the right arm up, grab onto the wrist, and lengthen right out from the side. And you're going to let that hip tip over, that right hip. And feel yourself ascend up and out, so you feel like a fountain coming off of that right hip. And as the palm reaches up and out, you get that wonderful length through the side body. Keep the hip tipping over to the right. Keep the breathing steady, in and out through the nose. Make sure the neck is natural, so you're not looking up or doing something straining. And then breathe into the middle, come back, and we'll change legs. Taking that opposite left foot across, get the left arm up. Get a beautiful reach right out from the side body. And to get into the particulars of yoga, you use a focal point with the eyes. It's just like a soft gaze, so that you help the body to, you center more when you're focused on one spot, just like in dance. You do it to turn and keep the turn straight. So feel that reach, feel the gaze softly in one spot. It's just beyond the tip of the nose, as opposed to looking down or over. And one more breath. And then you're going to come back to the center. Now, one of the basic poses we do in yoga to strengthen the side and to stretch the side is a triangle pose. I'm going to show you two ways. I want you to start with your right foot forward and the toes are turned straight forward. Your back left heel is one leg length, your leg, away from the other. Now, I'm just going to show you this way, and I know my whole foot might not get into the camera, but you've got your right foot forward. Your left heel is on a diagonal in 45 degrees, and that helps to pin your right hip and your right side of your body down. So you're going to come back here. You're going to keep that heel pressed. Open the arms so you draw the shoulders down the back, and you're gazing just beyond the middle finger. And then you breathe in, ascend through the crown of the head. Exhale and tip over towards that right side. You can bend this front left knee if you need to, or you can keep it long. My low back on this side is very, very tight. So I'm coming to this height as opposed to here because my hip tips out too much. So you want to keep lifting from the side waist to the point that you're keeping your hip back, not doing this, rotating in. So you want to keep the waist facing the side. That's the plan. And you're looking up to the ceiling, but the chin stays in. So there's no strain like this through the neck. So the chin stays in, that top arm reaches, and you're drawing the left waist back. It's really great, in through the side low back. Now this hand on the floor, barely any weight. Please let the weight come into the back left foot, so you keep anchoring the tailbone down. And the breathing is constant, in and out through the nose. And then on the next in-breath, breathe in, come up. Look down, that helps to rotate. Wow, that's a good stretch. You might have just heard the hip click and let go. And then you're going to turn in exactly the opposite direction, unless you need to switch legs for the camera to see the video. So we're going to turn the right heel out. Left toes come straight forward. Draw the arms out to the side. Keep the shoulders dropped. Open the body. Keeping that right hip back. Rise from the crown of the head. Feel yourself lift from the rib cage. Breathe in. Here we go. Exhale over to glide to the left. Tip. Draw that right arm back. Now again, I'm keeping my body up because my right side is even tighter. So you may be lower, you may be like this. But when I come down, it's straining too much right here. So I'm staying in this position today because that's what my body's got. And you want to keep that right hip back. Keep the left hand, again, there's really no weight on it. It's more orienting that you're lowering and you know where you are. And that helps to keep your body opening. And you keep the top right hip pressing back so the body is opening to the side. Keep the chin in as you gaze up to lengthen through that right side. Keep the top shoulder back. So again, you're really keeping the shoulder free, and we're anchoring that back heel down to stretch out from the right waist. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then on the next in-breath, breathe in, come up. Here we go. You're going to turn. Now come back with the right foot facing forward. And then let's take the left foot further back. So you're going to come into a warrior. The front right knee is just directly over the big toe or the second toe. And you're going to draw your left shoulder back. This just helps you to get that side waist back. And then you can take the palm, so the thumb is down, palm back. Take the hand around. Now I have kind of like narrow hips, so my hand gets here. But what you're doing is you want to draw the shoulder down. And I'll show you from this side. You're going to draw the shoulder down like this. So you're opening back, and that opens the body. Now I'm going to return so I keep track of where we are. You're going to bring that left shoulder down. Clasp the hands if you're there. Otherwise, just hold on somewhere. And then bend over from that left side. The right elbow will draw to the knee, and you'll turn with the chin in and look up. And keep pressing that back left foot down. So the whole foot is on a diagonal in, the heel is out, and you keep anchoring there to open in through the side body. If you're really flexible, you could take the hand on the inside and turn and look up. Just make sure you keep the chin in so the neck stays free. And keep pressing into that back left foot. Anchoring down there and opening through the left side. Keep the breathing. I'm moving my hand a little deeper in because it can wrap around more now. And that opens the side body. So the left shoulder, that left shoulder you're going to feel is really, really coming back. You're really open there. And then you come back up, look down to release the neck. Press into the back foot. Lift up. Lift, come all the way up. That's a really good reach from there. And then you're going to change legs. So let's change legs this time. Take the left leg forward. And we're getting into that wide stance. We've got the left knee coming forward. Draw the right waist back. Draw the right arm back. Turn the palm down. Take that elbow across. Drawing down and across. Clasp. Or for me, I'm going to grab. And then anchor down through the back right heel. Tip forward from the waist. Either draw to the elbow and turn and look up towards the ceiling with the chin in. Shoulder back, elbow back, so the right shoulder really rotates back. And again, if you can, keep pressing the right foot down and lower. And see if you can get that left hand on the inside of that left foot. And I am looking at a raven right now, right up in the tree. So here we are. Keep that back right foot pressing down. Keep anchoring, so you're going to open through that side. Reach out from the crown of the head, but do keep the chin in slightly. Keep anchoring that back right foot. Breathing. Breathing. And then come on, press into the back foot. Lift. Feel free to use your hand, of course, and come back up. Now I'm going to turn to face you. Everybody, let's step back to the front of the mat and all alone. And take the legs out into a straddle. Now you're going to have your feet, what we call parallel. And depending on how your knees are, it'll depend on how wide you go with your legs. So you want to go one of your legs and a half leg lengths apart. So 1.5 leg lengths. And then you fold forward. And you're going to take the hands down right underneath the chin. I want to show you this from the side. So we've got the bum bones tipping up, and you're pressing the heels down, and the hands are right underneath the chin. Now, again, the feet are hip width, leg length and a half apart. You're pressing into the floor, gaze ahead, flatten the back by pressing the palms into the floor and feel like you're pulling them down, so the shoulder blades come down, and pull the bum bones up and back. And now press the left hand under the chin, turn to the right, and take the right arm up. So you're going to open in through the side body, reach out from the crown of the head as you pull the core in, and keep pressing both feet down to activate the inner thighs. And push into the ground to rotate. That hand comes way back maybe, and then you're going to switch. Take that right hand down. Remember, the breathing's constant. Because it's so easy to think. Keep pressing into both feet. Draw that left arm back. Keep pressing into the floor to keep the legs active. And again, feel the feet press down. That pulls in your thighs. Activates them. The chin is in slightly, so you're lengthening through the back of the neck. And then you can take that left hand down. And then from there, tip the bum bones up. And walk the hands so that they come even with your feet, so they're right along inside. It doesn't matter if you bend your knees like this a lot because of the hamstrings. Just see if you can keep them pretty straight. And then you fold forward, and you're going to push towards the finger side. And that means the elbows bend backwards, straight back. And you're going to push towards that finger side. The head is falling. So you're tipping off of the hips. And you want to push yourself through, so to speak. So you're going back. Another way to help you with this is this. Take the hands back, turn the palms up, and just let your head fall. It's a real pull-up from your core and your legs. Your legs are active. Actually, the whole body's active. Your hands are reaching back, your head falls. And keep the breathing constant. In and out through the nose as you pull the core in. And 2 more breaths. We're coming into inner thighs. And a little bit, quite a bit of low back. Very nice. And now take the hands forward. You come right under the chin again. Flatten the back. And then we're going to move the feet in. So bend the knees and walk the heel toe, heel toe. Bring the feet closer together, bend the knees, let the hips sit back, and then you can rise and come on all the way back up. So those are some great stretches for the side of the low back, and it will help to tone in through this area to support your low back as well. And so you can continue on to the next pose, or come right down into Shavasana and go into lying relaxation. And stay there for about 7 minutes to let all of the poses gel. Okay, enjoy.